Hello, thanks for tuning in. It's Stuart here, middle-aged runner, 60 years old, nearly 61 actually. And I've got some good news. I've reduced my 5K personal best from 29 minutes 20 to 28 minutes 59. But course for course, I've come down from 30:22 on this particular course to 28 minutes 59. The 29:20 that I did was on an all tarmac course. So quite a fast course about 2 months ago. Since then, I've been regularly running sort of between 30 and 31 minutes. So I was very pleased to get my time down to 28:59, particularly as 60% of this course is actually on grass. I noticed how much slower grass is because with my Garmin watch, I was running at about, 9 minutes 20 mile pace. And as soon as I hit the grass, that went down to about 10 minutes. Amazing. So when I saw that, I kind of increased my speed on the grass, and it paid dividends because, yeah, I managed to run 28:59. I finished strong. So I'm really looking forward to continuing my journey. And my target now is to get under 25 minutes because on the park run that I do, only about 4 people get inside 25 minutes. There's a lot of us between 25 and 30 minutes. And like I came 21st on Saturday out of 50 odd runners. So if I can get my time down to under 25 minutes, I'll come in the top 5 instead of coming number 20. So I've got a lot of work to do. Now I was recommended to go to a shop and have my running checked on a video, have my gait and everything checked. So I did that. I went to a shop, and just to show you, I've been using these up to now, Nike Revolution 7s, and I've had no problems with them really. I mean, they're kind of starting to wear a bit on the heels, unevenly so. So, I've got some sort of underpronation issue there. That's after about 3 or 4 months of running. So they were £50 from Sports Direct, size 12. But I've got no blister problems on them. No problems at all really, but somebody recommended me to go to this shop, and I knew I would probably end up buying a pair of trainers from them. I have done. It hasn't ended up well, and I'm going to explain why. So I went to the shop, and sure enough, they videoed me on a treadmill. Hate running on a treadmill, by the way. Took me a while to get the hang of it, but their conclusion was that I need a neutral shoe. So I don't know, I think I'm underpronating a bit, but they said I need a neutral shoe, which I suppose is good news because there's not too much wrong with my running style. My toes come out slightly, sort of slightly duck feet, but I suppose, there's not too much I can do about that. But so as for the shoes that I bought, they brought me, there's a young lady, she brought me 4 different pairs to try on. Now, look. It took me 3 hours to buy those in Sports Direct, trying on shoe after shoe, mainly of those that have already been put out. That's what I like about Sports Direct. There's a lot of shoes already out, and you can just sit and try them all day long until you find one you like the best. And the reason I chose these Nikes is that they felt the most comfortable, no slipping of the heel up and down. They felt like an absolutely perfect fit, and I like the look of them, and I bought them, and I've had no issues with them. It took me 3 hours to buy them. The problem is when you've got an assistant helping you, at some point you start to feel an obligation. I've got to buy something here. And that sadly is exactly what I did, and it's blown up in my face because she gave me some Brooks to try out. They were about £160, 1 or 2 other brands I've never heard of. And then she brought these Asics. Yeah. So these are Asics Cumulus 27s. And so I'll just show you the shoe. This is the shoe. I kind of like the look of it. I wasn't too happy when I put it on because I noticed that the heel was slipping slightly at the back, but she showed me a little trick where you can kind of loop round the lace on the last hole here and secure your heel in. That's a bad sign. You shouldn't need to do that. I know that now. I mean, if you've got to do something like that to get the shoe to fit, then it's not the shoe for you. Now, I told her I'm a size 12. These are actually 11.5s, and I think that could be the problem. Maybe it's the problem, maybe it isn't. I took them out for a run. Now, I took them out for a long run. I know I shouldn't have done that, I know I shouldn't have. I normally run like a 4.5 mile run at the most. I did 7.5 miles in these. I know people are going to say I shouldn't have done that. You're asking for a blister. But after about 3.5 miles, I started noticing some chafing on under my large toe on the right foot at the side. I noticed some kind of pain. I thought, oh no, that feels to me like it's starting to blister. Well, I went through and got the run done, and then I took my shoes off and I noticed some redness. And sure enough, I thought, I can't wear these again. I can't wear these again because I'm running on Saturday and I don't want this to develop into a blister. So I took them out for a walk later in the evening that day just to see. And I think there's not quite enough room in the toe space, and the side of my foot just behind the toe is rubbing against this thing here, this area, and that's causing the problem. There's not quite enough room in there, which is a shame, but I can't wear these. I can't wear them because they're blistering. I know people say you should run them in. No, I don't believe in that. I didn't have to run these in. I mean, they were perfect from the word go. So these cost me £112. They're supposed to retail at 140, and I'm now selling these for half the price just to get my money back. I can't take them back because I've used them. I mean, there's a tiny bit of wear on the heel. They were dirty on the heels, on the sole actually. I've had to clean them. So I've got these for sale in the box. I'm selling them for half what I paid, more or less, just to get my money back. Lesson learned. I'm not going to do that again. In future, I'll just buy from Sports Direct. I've actually found these on eBay. Somebody's selling a pair which have only been worn once, and exactly what I need. And I'm bidding on those. I'm hoping to get those for about 20 quid, because obviously this is a good shoe for me, and I'll probably need to buy 2 or 3 pairs a year. So I might as well try and buy another pair. Yeah, so that's about it really. Very disappointed and a bit of a waste of money. But I'm glad that I had the video evaluation and they said there's not much wrong with my running style. So I suppose really it was kind of worth paying the money for that. But I'll never do that again. I'll never go into a specialist sports shoe shop again. I will in future just try on lots of pairs in somewhere like Sports Direct until I find a pair that I'm absolutely 100% happy with. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. It's not really been a review of these Asics. I've read reviews on these and they're rated as a very good shoe. And to be fair, I ran a personal best for my 10K in these. I ran my previous personal best for 10K was 67:30, and I ran in these 63:30 for 10K, which, but that's not because of the shoes. That's just because my training's been going well. Okay, so I'm running on Saturday. I'm hoping to do well in my 5K again. I'm not necessarily going to try and break my personal best. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't matter, because, on a trajectory, I'm kind of improving all the time. Okay, thanks for watching. Goodbye.